With you.
Hey, welcome back. We actually have a special treat co-located. They had Warrior and Donald Rose now. So welcome back, brother.
Hey, good to be here.
So we have a special treat for you tonight. We are continuing our Colorado Gym Owners series here with Troy Everett of Novamente BJJ. I mean, you'll hear a lot more in a second, but one of the top 5 fight to win champions ever as far as like total wins, something like that.
Yeah, and has been working with them since the very beginning. I think he was on the very first pro show.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Okay. Well, man, I got a new stats guy here. Sorry, Abe. Still love you. But just the historical knowledge is good stuff as well. Well, I'm sorry for keeping you all waiting. California traffic does get a vote in things, and but luckily in 60 days or so, Donald's gonna help me get the heck out of this state, so we'll get back home to Colorado. All right. Well, that's weird. Oh, got it. All right. Well, without further ado, let's bring Troy on here.
Hello.
Woo!
Woo! Clapper Troy.
One of the best beards in jiu-jitsu.
Hey, I try.
If not the best.
Well, I mean, we were talking about a friend of his, earlier on, and they are. Do you guys actually? We'll just get right to it. Do you and Boogie like challenge each other on length? Do you measure each other? That's kind of naughty thinking. I don't know.
Back when I first met him, he had me beat on color and length, but now that he's like retired and all that, he shaves the sides. Like, so I have him beat on length, but his is still cooler than me because he's cooler than me.
Well, I mean, he was a breakdancer professionally, so that's it's hard.
There's nothing I can do to even get to that level of cool. So,
all right, but obviously Donald knows you a lot more. I have that weird precarious situation where I've been a Coloradan for more than 20 years, but that's all mostly been elsewhere, on orders or deployed or things like that. So. Have only been able to, come back home a little bit on holidays, etc. So I have some questions as a novice of the area. Night pigeon. I mean, you're not supposed to make your own nickname, and so I think you're cool enough not to have done that.
Yeah. No.
But how did you get that one?
So the way that I always tell people, because the story is super boring. I just tell people to make up whatever story they want, and that's exactly how it happened. Like, whatever you want to say, as long as it's not, what Donald actually wants to say, then it's like whatever is good. Then that's it. You nailed it. Like you would have thought that you would know exactly how it is, but so I don't. The story sucks, so I just don't tell.
Oh. I guess maybe the story is top secret, and so we got cut off by the monitors.
Well, my one guess before was that he had been a lady of a night in the past life, and that pigeons are frequently around the streets. Oh, never mind, he's back. Sorry. Anyway, I'm pretty sure he probably saved a lady from a fire, and that's how he got the name.
Something like reading Bibles to blind children.
That was what it was.
Yeah, I was figuring that he was trying to make some really nice macaroni and cheese. If you make the nice macaroni and cheese, you got to have the breadcrumbs on top and put in the oven, get a little char in there.
Absolutely.
And so he realized, oh crap, I'm out of the breadcrumbs. So he had to break in to a bodega in the middle of the night to get breadcrumbs, and only a pigeon in the night, night pigeon, if you will.
It's like you guys were there 20 years ago when I got that. So it's amazing how you guys would know exactly how it happened.
I love it. So I had two funny stories about it, kind of Marine Corps related. Another judge advocate actually had a nub of a thumb. It's like this one was gone the first time. And every time you asked him, he had a new story. There were 1,000 stories of how that happened.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah. And then, but it also kind of reminds me a little bit of, pilots, because pilots get their call signs through K courts or kangaroo courts. And it's not cool. Like, they're actually making fun of them. Like, people see like Top Gun and say, "Ooh, Maverick, that's neato." Like, that's not how it actually works. So the squadron commander of the 15th, or the air component of the 15th Marine Expedition Unit I deployed with my last deployment, his call sign was virus. Like, oh, pretty slick, right? I
mean, you're a virus.
That feels pretty dope. It's because he was sick all the damn time. He had the freaking sniffles so much they called him virus.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe someday we'll get the real scoop.
Maybe you never know, or maybe you already have it. It's maybe the real story is the friends we made along the way.
That's right.
All right. Well, so I have a feeling that we'll either never get the story or we'll get 10,000 stories. So probably best to move on from that one.
Yeah.
So what got you into jiu-jitsu? What got you on this path back in 2009?
Yeah. I started in 2009. After I graduated high school in 2007, I got really into watching MMA and mostly the UFC. And I wanted to be a fighter, but I realized very quickly that one, training is hard, and two, I don't want to get hit.
Yep.
So I just, I was talking about it for a while. I would train with my friends on their own, and then my dad one day was like, "Hey, are you ever going to actually go train?" I was like, "Oh shit! All right, you're right." So I think I had to look in the phone book or whatever back in, I don't remember exactly how 2009 worked, but I just found a gym that was nearby and went and, just kind of fell in love with it right away. It was like it was everything I could have wanted from it right when I started.
Awesome. What was that gym?
Mile High Gracie is where I started.
Oh, nice.
How long were you there?
I was there for 10 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, I mean, I guess traditionally, those first few months on the mat, you're pretty much the nail, not the hammer. Is that your same experience? And I guess what about that still just made you say, I want to do this?
Yeah, I was the nail. I've only thought about quitting one time. And there was two blue belts there, George and Ben Ashauer. Ben actually works for Fight to Win now.
Yeah.
But they beat the absolute dog shit out of me one day, because they were fighting at the time, doing all that, and I was just getting destroyed. And I left after, I think, getting Kimura 45 times and was like, do I even want to do this anymore? And then realized that I was being a baby and decided to show up. So it's just, I mean, I don't know. I think once I started it, I just didn't want to do anything else. Regardless, pretty much from the start, I was like, hey, I'm going to get good at this, or at least do it for a long time, which I'm more the latter than the former. But
so obviously at some point you went from the nail, your gym hammer. So what made that happen? Like at one point in time, did you just know that it's long term? And what time did you say I'm going to dedicate my life to this thing that is the beautiful thing of jiu-jitsu?
I got pretty lucky. I was in college when I started, and I went to school for music business. And my internship was at the radio station with Uncle Nasty. I don't know if you guys remember Uncle Nasty at all, or any of that. He was on KBPI back in the day. But Uncle Nasty did Seth's voiceovers for his MMA commercials. So I got introduced to Seth very early on and started working for Seth in 2010. Just once a month doing working behind the scenes at the MMA shows and setting up tournaments and stuff. So once I started doing that, I was like, well, this is what I, want to do all the time. So it was pretty early on that I was like, this is who I want to be. And then just being able to compete all the time, traveling and just setting up the tournaments and doing all that is where it's I got a lot more reps than a lot of people just because I was able to compete all the time. There's a good period in there where I probably competed every week for about 4 years straight.
Wow.
Jeez.
Can you actually tell us a little bit more? What is Fight to Win?
Fight to Win. So I worked for them from 2010 to 2019. Fight to Win, to me personally, is one of the biggest factors in me being able to do this. In the grand scheme of things, I am a nobody. I've never really won anything major or done anything major. So being able to have the opportunity to travel, train, meet the people that I've been able to meet, do the things that I've been able to do, I have people across the country that still are my friends and still support me no matter what. And I owe that to Fight to Win. But yeah, Fight to Win was the biggest thing in jiu-jitsu for a couple years. When Fight to Win Pro happened, we were literally on the forefront and the most popular thing in jiu-jitsu. So it means a lot. I mean, what they are now is obviously I'm not involved, but I still have nothing but love and respect for everything that they do.
So I guess what was your role and how long were you with Fight?
I was there 9 years, and my role was the guy that could do anything. I was Seth's right-hand man for a long time. So that meant sometimes it was setting stuff up. It meant getting the crews to help set up. Sometimes it meant doing it by myself. If he needed a pizza run to get food, that's what I would do. If he needed bracketing help, if he needed table help, if he needed, someone to work the front, someone to do that. Like for the backstage guy, I was the guy that got people where they needed to go during the show. And then just the guy that was just willing to do whatever needed to get done to make sure that the show happened on time and, at all. So.
No, I completely love that. I mean, if you talk to Keelan and Brandon, like that's the only people that we have that are part of the PGF as far as staff. It's just that kind of samurai mentality that you're willing to do anything.
Yep.
Hey, you want me to go move some couches? I'm moving couches.
Yep.
Or I'm doing commentary or whatever. You want me to go eat you a sandwich from the corner because you ain't eating and we need you to freaking eat, to eat a little bit, and I'm eating some chow. It's okay.
That is the only way.
Yeah, love it. Anything else before we move on to the gym?
I did just want to introduce Troy real quick. So this is Troy Everett, owner of Novamente Jiu-Jitsu. Is that in Littleton or Inglewood? Which one is it?
Inglewood, yeah.
Nice. Oh, yeah. An incredible pillar of the community. I met Troy very early on, just when I moved to Denver. Awesome guys. Definitely one of those kind of guys who welcomes everybody to his gym. If you're ever in the Denver area and like maybe you feel like, oh, I don't want to go to this gym, if you're ever feeling any kind of way, you can go to Troy's gym. You're going to be welcomed immediately. He's going to introduce, he's going to roll with you. He's going to take really good care of you. And that was always the vibe that I got from Novamente. And I just wanted to make sure for the viewers or anybody who's watching this, just to give him that introduction as well, just so, so you guys know who this guy is. He's an incredible member of the community in Denver, Colorado.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot.
It's true.
So Donald, that sounds very familiar to me. I think I've heard something kind of like that recently online. CJ, can you pull? I think we pulled that up. Can you pull up maybe something that might be making me think about what Donald just said?
Hey there, it's me, the Night Pigeon. Come on down to Novamente Jiu-Jitsu. We got Jiu-Jitsu, kickboxing, MMA, wrestling, kids and adults. If you've ever wanted to try self-defense, we got a deal for you. Here's our normal price. Now only $99 for your first month of unlimited. Not only can you get top-notch martial arts training, but you can also work out, get your fitness going, make everything stronger and better. Come on down. We're off Federal in Oxford.
You're funny. Ridiculous.
Just so strange that we just happened to see that, and it just really reminded me of what you just said.
Troy's a funny dude. He's very humble as well. He'll never allow us to say anything really good about him without him bringing somehow self-deprecating himself. But he's actually very or complimenting you. Yeah, he'll never just let you have the compliment. Yeah. But Troy comes up with some really funny commercials. You should totally follow Novamente and the Night Pigeon on Instagram. His stuff's hilarious. And there's a cardboard cutout statue of Troy at the gym when you walk in the door. it's all pretty good.
I didn't buy that. It's like your own nickname thing. Somebody else got that for me for my birthday a couple years ago, and I think it's hilarious. So that's why it stays at the gym. My wife absolutely hates it, but I refuse to get rid of it.
I mean, that's when you know they love you.
Yeah.
Is when they're willing to make fun of you and go do a little bit of expense to do that. That's amazing. If I had one of those, to the grave, no question. That's huge. So So now we've seen Donald's made a little ad. We've seen an ad. So we should probably talk about Novamente, but down in Englewood, so South Metro Denver, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
the
15,
ad,
20 minutes outside of Denver.
The website says like 15 minutes from everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, obviously, haven't been there personally, which bummed about, but don't worry. In 60 days or so, I'll get a chance to swing on by. But man, it looks like a really great gym. Like you really do have all the things you'd want. You got the workout gear, you got the kickboxing, the heavy bags, you got plenty of mat space. You got the Marine Corps flag flying, which I appreciate. So I guess, what was that like? Like jumping in, because you had 10 years at a different gym, and then all of a sudden you hopped on over and you did your own thing.
Yeah, when I decided I wanted to leave Fight to Win, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I just wanted to do jiu-jitsu full time. I didn't like owning a school was never like a long-term goal of mine. Like working for Fight to Win was what I wanted to do. I kind of accomplished that goal. And then once I see Donald's chest, his chest muscles, dude. There we go. But yeah, once I quit, I was like, well, maybe I can open a school, because I had taught at Nova under the old owner, and had some friends that helped me kind of take over the gym. And we took over in February of 2020. So
great timing.
It was the best timing. Like nothing. The good part is like it was February 2020 and then smooth sailing to today. So nothing, there's no global thing that happened, nothing at all. Like it was just, I mean, nothing but positives for the last 6 years.
What a crazy time to start a gym. How did that go, man? If you started in 2020, what month did you start?
It's in February.
February. And then, February of 2020 is when we took over. And then March of 2020, we had to shut down for a while. And it was tough. I mean, I got a job working at Costco, so that way all the money that was coming in could just go into paying the rent at the gym. And I was working 7 days a week, every single week for like a year and a half, just trying to make sure everything went. We did what every gym was trying to do with those Zoom jiu-jitsu, which was, you already know, it sucks.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So we started doing smaller group stuff pretty soon after, and like, there wasn't one outbreak. Like people would get it doing their own things, and nobody ever got sick from the gym because we already cleaned the gym a lot and made sure that no one was, hey, I've been feeling like shit. Can I come hang out? Like, no, like stay home. we'll be here. So, it was a rough first, like, we'll say year and a half of owning the gym. It was a lot of questions on whether or not, one, it was the right choice to do the shit, and two, if we'd even make it out.
It's just so wild because, like, that's one side of the coin of all the gym owners that were just struggling so hard, putting their lives into teaching jiu-jitsu, and the other side of the coin had some of us poor bastards that all we wanted to do was train jiu-jitsu, and the powers that be would not let us. It's like, no, we're actually pretty healthy people. We're probably generally the healthiest people, even though we're being assaulted by all kinds of things on the mats, etc. Like, we're as up close to other people as you can be, and we're just fine. But what do we know? Trust the science, right? So, anyways, but hey, you're still here.
Yeah, so, I lucked out. There was a lot of people with much bigger names than me that had to close down. So I'm very grateful for the community that was here when I took over and that stuck around. Like, we lost about over 50% of the student base within like the switch over, because the old owner of the gym had a much different personality than I did. So it was a big culture shock as far as like, hey, I'm actually here to train jiu-jitsu and not like try and sell you a bunch of bullshit. And then with the pandemic happening, it was like a whole bunch of people fell off. So I was grateful for all the people that stuck with me. Without them, if I had started the gym from zero, then I would have been dead in the water almost immediately. So I'm very grateful for all the people that stuck it out and are still, I would say most of them are still around now. So it's pretty cool.
So it sounds like the last guy kind of did that kind of old school, McDojo, money grab, you know, you got to wear my uniform to class, and maybe, I don't know, maybe charge for belts. Hey, say what other horrible things you can think of as far as like trying to upsell people.
Yeah.
I don't know them. I don't care. I want to know about your culture, the one that you instilled. How did you do it, and what is it that you think makes your culture?
Donald kind of touched on it. Like, we are, and this is like through everybody that trains here, like, we're big on everybody's welcome. Everybody can come train. Like, you should treat everybody the exact same, regardless of skill level or whatever. Like, if it's your first day or you've been training for 20 years or whatever, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you should be treated the same. Like, the respect doesn't end you're not any different because I've been doing this longer than you are. Like, we're all doing the same thing. We're all trying to get better at jiu-jitsu. Like, jiu-jitsu is already a weird niche like thing. So why make it even weirder and nicher? Is nicher a word? I don't know. But it's just one of those where it's like, it's very, I'm always been a big proponent of go and figure out what works best for you. And if it's here, then you're going to be I'm going to do everything I can for you. But if it doesn't check all your boxes, then I'm not going to like try and blackball you or try and, you know, trap you into the gym. If you're unhappy, then go somewhere where you can be happy. And then, you know, it's just, I'm big on just respect, and all we're trying to do is the same shit. We're all trying to work hard, get better, and be a part of something that's, I mean, anyone who's been training can tell you how much it's affected their life as far as friendships. You know, it's like some of my best friends are people I met in jiu-jitsu. So why would I try and be like, oh, you're new?
Yep.
Get out of here. Like, it's, you know, we're all the same.
Well, I mean, I think, you know, Don's got a question here in a second, but I just wanted to throw it out there first. Like, you know, there's a saying that a wise man can learn more from a fool than a fool can from a wise man. But I think we could change that just a little bit to be a little more positive. That, yeah, a black belt can generally learn more from the lower belts because they might do something a little bit different that just is a little bit quirky. You're like, oh, what'd you do there? Yeah. You know, and you because you see things different, you pick things up, but part of their path is learning to learn like a black belt. And so I think that's really cool. And the fact that you just espouse the respect and appreciation that everyone is on that same journey of learning. That speaks highly of you, Troy. But speaking highly of you, Donald has a little treat here, and not another commercial yet, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
We did a little investigative work, Troy,
all right.
because we can't get anything positive about yourself from yourself.
Yeah.
So we're going to play a little game with you. We reached out to one of your students, and they, not she or he, we don't know. You're going to have to guess.
Well, it's Colorado, so they is appropriate.
Which student said this really nice stuff about you, because it's really cool, you know, your history with Fight to Win and being involved in like such a really large promotion for so long, and being a pillar in the community. But just to kind of back up what we were talking about there before, your gym is different in that way, man. You really are different in that way. Like, for anybody who would ever feel like, oh man, I don't want to go to that gym, they seem a little like too hardcore or too this or too that. Like, you really take the time to make everybody feel welcome anytime they come in the door, and your students love you. And so we're going to play a little game. I'm going to read you what the student said about you, and then you have to guess which student it was. Okay. Man, he takes the time to help those that really want it. They have to put in the effort, but he will take time out of his day for those who put in extra work. With me, he has shown me how to properly work, always helping improve my technique, always there to let me know if a move is valuable or not on and off the mats. I see him do the same with others, then put forth the effort. He will meet anyone halfway and see them through to the finish line. He shows up at every tournament he can and is willing to travel with his students to tournaments out of state, out of pocket. It's awesome to have a coach that is willing and able to see his students succeed in not just the gym goals, but life goals as well. Here's one I'm truly thankful for. He gave me the confidence to start my own business and get out from working for someone else. And that was a scary step to make, but he has always been a big supporter. Post my business info to find me more business, connected me with others in my field or those that could help me with the online aspect, always connecting with others when he can. and helping put my business in front of a whole bunch of people. Keeps me informed on advertising opportunities. He actually cares about his students' success, and for that, I have more respect for him than he knows. And just to let you know, we didn't tell him that we didn't tell him originally that we were like to write us an essay about you so that we could say it on the podcast. We just asked him. So who do you think that was?
And we didn't hire the contractors in the background that's got that sawdust going on.
We
didn't do that.
No, those are paid. So that's Rob Bones. I know it was Rob Bones. Rob Bones is cool. I've definitely had hours and hours of discussions with him, both about jiu-jitsu and about his life, and just trying, like, I don't try and act like I know anything outside of like exactly what I'm doing, but I'm always willing to help anybody that's trying to better their life with any sort of nuggets or things that I've seen around. So Bones is he's a good dude.
Nice. I have a feeling we could ask 10 of your students. We'd probably get 10 similar answers, to be honest with you.
Maybe, I don't know. Probably not. There you go. There's me denying it. Yes.
How dare you say something nice?
Take that. Ha ha. Dodging it. You can't catch me. Too quick.
So I guess, and we gave you all the questions ahead of time, or at least give you a perusal, some of them anyways, and we got a bunch on coaching, but I think you fit a lot of them. I guess maybe, from the time when you were helping coach at Novamente, when you didn't own the place, to now, being a black belt with years of experience on your belt as a gym owner, coach, highly competitive black belt, has your training of students changed, and how have you changed it, and why?
I mean, I think to be a good coach and a good black belt, you have to be willing to change. Like, regardless of how successful I was in the past or whatever, like, things are always changing in jiu-jitsu. And if I think that I know what I'm doing, then that's when, I think that you start to slip. If you're like, no, we're good, I have all of this, past success. It's like, well, that's not future success. So I think, like, just learning how people learning how people train, just through the years of like millions of reps with everything, it's changed a lot. I mean, my own training has changed a lot in the last year and a half. It's like I'll be at 17 years of jiu-jitsu in October, and I feel like I'm breaking through more now than I have in the past. So it's like, if you're not trying to learn, if you think you're like, I'm good, so I don't need to learn anything anymore, then that is when you start to actually legitimately suck. And I don't want to, be bad at this. I want to make sure that I'm representing my students by also trying to constantly evolve and constantly be better. So it's like there's different training ideologies, there's different techniques that are coming in and out, there's all that sort of stuff. So it's like I'm just trying to make sure that I'm changing and learning and navigating everything as it happens, or like try and get ahead. Obviously, you don't want to be like the coattail rider, but my coaching has changed significantly from when I started. It used to be very, not old school, but it was just very like, when you teach full time, you think you know what you're doing. And then now 6 years later and thousands of classes later, it's like, I know how to approach things. I know how to say things differently now. I know, different pathways to the same thing. If somebody's not getting it, to be able to kind of explore.
No, I like it. Something on there that I really picked out that I've seen personally and I've heard about too is that issue of the old school black belt that stays old school. Mm-hmm. And so you talked about learning the new techniques, and I hate this freaking term, meta. Yeah. I hate that crap. It's like the word advantage. I hate what the hell's an advantage? That's stupid.
Ask IBJJF.
Well, I wasn't gonna do that, but your advantage is if your name's Brazilian. Aha. Oh shoot, I said that out loud. All right. Anyway, so I guess that question is like, how do you go about learning? How do you go about keeping up to date with the new techniques, the new stuff, or what's vogue, or how, because obviously you train competitors, you train hobbyists, you train kids, but like, you said, you're evolving all the time. How do you keep up to date with what's going on in the jiu-jitsu scene?
I mean, I watch the PGF, the Colorado Wolverines, got to make sure,
Good. That's good.
Good
job, CJ.
Send that check over later.
The shekels.
Yeah, some shekels. But I mean, I literally just watch MMA and jiu-jitsu. Like, I don't really watch movies. You can ask my wife. Again, she hates it because I watch YouTube videos and like different stuff on Instagram, and I use like the Outlier database. I don't know if you use that at all.
Ooh, that's good
like,
stuff.
Yeah, the Outlier is great. I mean, obviously, BJJ Fanatics has a lot of stuff, but also I like going to competitions. Like, I like competing because even though I'm in the old guy division and like, I like seeing what goes on. Like seeing Donald's matches at the last IBJJF was cool. Seeing, Norman, seeing all those guys compete, seeing Anakin out there, like just seeing how things go. Like you're like, okay, you can get a trend. Like seeing Caleb compete every 14 minutes. Like there's a new clip of him doing something somewhere. So it's like you can see what's going on there, and then just being out there. I think if you can watch all the videos you want, but if you're not actually going out and competing a lot or seeing the competition, it's hard to really know what's going on because you're not like feeling it.
I think it says a lot about your character. I train a lot. Obviously, I own a moving company. I go all around the country. I go to different gyms, and they're not all the same. Jiu-jitsu, for all it's supposed to like break our egos and everything, it turns a lot of people into like these kind of like figureheads who are stuck in old ways. I'm going to do things the way my coach did and his coach did, all the way back to Helio Gracie. And unfortunately, like if you're not open to like what's going on, we can call it the meta, we can just call it like the happening, whatever word you want to use for it. But I mean, I think it says a lot about your character, because unfortunately a lot of people get that black belt and they just think that they know everything. And I just know, these things, we're going to do it this way. And I started at a gym like that for my first year and a half, and unfortunately, like I kind of wish I would have started at a different gym for my first year and a half, because all we ran was closed guard and blue plate special. I don't know if you know that term, but omoplata, arm bar, triangle. That was it. That was all that we worked. A very traditional school, no cross training, very boring. To me personally, that's why I didn't last there that long. And I just think it's cool, man, to see coaches who are encouraging cross training, encouraging seeing what everyone's doing, watching people at tournaments instead of only judging their own students' success or failures, and taking from them so that they can add it to their students and make them better.
So I'm trying.
So I guess you skip a little ahead. I guess we started a little late. I don't want to keep you too late. By your time. So let's talk about the Colorado Jiu-Jitsu scene. Obviously, 2009, a little bit different than 2026. I mean, in a nutshell, how has the Colorado, scene changed in that time?
I mean, it's changed a lot. There's a lot more gyms just in general. It used to be like a couple small gyms and then like the Eastons. There was like Eastons and Zanganos, and that was like a lot of the big ones in tournaments, were just kind of, I was in like the smallest gym. Nobody had ever heard of us, sort of thing. And it's like nowadays you don't need the big box gym. I think the pandemic helped a lot. I think with like the sub hounds and stuff like that, it's like if you have a crew of people that care about getting better and are willing to do whatever, you don't need to have a huge gym. You don't need that. Like you can have a group like of people that it's like, hey, we're just here to get better. And it's like, if somebody's willing to do whatever to help get better, then you don't need a huge team. So I think the sort of like that coming around has been the biggest change, where it's like, there's a lot more smaller gyms. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that they're necessarily small, but it's like, you don't necessarily have the backing of an Easton's or the backing of, sort of these huge multiple thousand student schools. It's like, it's like you can be successful. You can be important on the competitive scene without a big backing, without a huge name. You can just go out there and try and have a good team and be successful.
Well, it's kind of like artisan jiu-jitsu, if you will.
Yeah.
You build your own community, your own flavor, your own feeling, and you attract the people that are like-minded, and there you go. You got your little community, your little family, and man, it's a good thing, right?
It's the
I think it helps that we're in the day and age of I think it helps that we're in the day and age of like Instagram. We're in the day and age of it's so easy to find things. It's like I know 10 years ago I didn't just Google everything, but like now if I'm going somewhere, I'm just going to Google it. So it's like you don't have to have that Gracie name. You don't have to have those things. Like people want convenience. They want a good experience. And if you're within 30 minutes of their home and they can see a bunch of good reviews about you and they can see cool things about you on Instagram, then it's likely they're going to train with you.
Yeah. That's the only reason I'm successful.
Always self-deprecating. Gotta love it. I mean, at least you're consistent. If nothing else, you're consistent.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this actually kind of feeds into something we talked about before, the democratization of jiu-jitsu, and I'm gonna allow that word as well. Not 100% sure. I haven't checked it out in the Merriam-Webster dictionary about democratization. I'll take that one.
I like it.
So yeah, you're good. We've talked about this a little bit. You brought it up. He's taking a beverage break.
Don't tell him that.
Oh, what do you think you're doing? All right. What do you? Yeah. So here's the big question. What are your thoughts on the rise of team-based grappling formats? Like you said the Professional Grappling Federation. You watched it for the last couple of seasons. I mean, how do you feel about it? I mean, obviously, yes,
I think it's cool. I think it's cool that there's like a different but the same sort of thing. Like PGF, what they're doing with the teams is cool. I think I heard somebody say it where it's like it's bringing people together, like people that weren't on the same team. Like seeing Anakin and Caleb and all those guys like who are on different teams be able to come together and just work at getting better and stuff. Like it just makes everything better to where it's like I think Caleb competed at Naga, and didn't you guys? I think like Anakin was coaching him or at least sitting there watching him like last week. And it's like, it's cool to, I think the team style, I think all that, it's like gives you kind of a different thing. I think the super fight model is cool, but I think it's nice to have something different that is, give somebody that not that one-off if you just don't want one match, but you still want that pro sort of feeling, because sometimes the local tournaments are local tournaments. It's not, full of full-time competitors. It's people competing for their first time, people doing that stuff. So having however many teams, I don't remember exactly, of like professional.
Keep changing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Isn't there supposed to be 8 next season? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, you got it. Right on the nose. We got 8. There you go.
But like having 8 teams of however many of like the best people coming out and doing like a full season of stuff, I think it's a cool thing that is like, obviously well worth everybody's time, because you get to see what works. Like it works as a guy watching it. It works as a competitor because you go out there and it's like, you don't just get to have, my favorite team is the Colorado Wolverines, just so you know, CJ, for asking that question. Yeah, I think it's cool because as a competitor, you get to see it, and it's like you don't get to have just one great performance. You got to have a full season. You got to figure out how to, have your game work for a long period of time. You got to have your body be able to hang with the full season and stuff like that. So I think it adds a new layer of professionalism that is it's not like it wasn't there before, but it's like, it's nice to see a different sort of pathway to it.
100%.
Okay. Well, I mean, I would say this also 100%. But for example, ADCC West Coast Trials. I mean, you can see it right there, with Anakin shouting out both Sub Hounds and the Wolverines when he was there. We got photos from David, who covered both, from Spiral Out Media, who covers both PGF and ADCC West Coast Trials. I had just all of us there. The whole, sorry, Brett, he wasn't there, but every one of them, Brett, was like there all together, all supporting each other, going to each other's mats, screaming. Guys were coaching each other. And you're exactly right. I mean, like, and I heard this from these guys, like they all knew each other, and some had actually worked a little bit together, trained a little bit together, but they became a family.
Yeah.
During the PGF, and also, not only is it for the competitors to learn how to compete. Because Jaden Groner said like that was one of his biggest things, like learning how he best mentally got ready and prepped himself and how he got in the right mindset to compete. And
sure, he was a slow starter in the beginning of the season.
And the sneaky thing is, just have fun. If that guy's having fun, you're in hot water, brother.
Joy maxing.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, I don't know what that means, but it works for him. So he you know, you're all younger than me, so I gotta figure out all. I'll ask CJ later on what that meant. But hey, man, I'm old. It's okay. But yeah, the PGF, the Colorado Wolverines, and we were going to ask you a little bit more about the scene of Colorado, maybe some of the underrated grapplers. And we have to do this because I'm going to let slip a little secret here in a minute. But I will first say the PGF is coming back with 8 teams, and we're going to have 5 different weight classes: 145, 155, 170, 185, and the big boys, 205. And in regular PGF fashion, you got to make that weight once before your first competition at that weight. So like day before you compete at let's see the big boys, day before you compete at 205, the day before you got to hit 205 or actually 207, you get 2 pounds allowance. After that, you can get a 225.
Nice, 20 pounds extra. Then all of them.
Well, you just can't go to the next weight class. So 205 because it's 20 because you don't have a next weight class. I mean, so 170 can get up to 184. 185 can get up to 204. That's about 20 pounds right there. 145 can get up to 154. I mean, it's not, but that's still for a little guy. No. That's a lot of weight. But my question to you, Troy.
Not a lot for most of these guys. Jesus Christ, the amount of weight some of these young dudes cut.
Yeah.
Not healthy. But Troy, getting back to it, in Colorado, and you've seen the scene for a long time, going from very few gyms to a whole lot of competitors now, and I'm sure you keep your finger on the pulse. Who from Colorado should be on the Wolverines in those weight classes? 145, 155, 170, 185, and 205.
All of them.
I mean, you take a second. You need a.
So the first
CJ,
guy,
you have some Jeopardy questions, Jeopardy music, CJ. You get some of that ready?
The first guy I have to shout out. He trains here. His name's Eli. He also is like best friends with Sabian from the Subhounds. He's incredible. I told him I'd shout him out. He didn't want me to, but I don't listen. When I'm gonna compliment you, you can't stop me. I'm just gonna compliment you.
Okay, Eli Novamente.
Yeah. But he trains here.
Yep.
He's 19. He did West Coast trials. He went 1-1 on the day. Like he's incredibly talented. He's here, 5 days a week. He's always asking questions. A lot of times before class, we'll just come in and we'll just go over stuff. Just like, hey, I was watching this wrestling video and this happened and I think this would work, or I saw this footlock idea, and it's just like he's always sort of getting better even when he's not training. And I think as a competitor, he's proven himself. He had a match against a more experienced guy at that second Mountainside grappling event we had up at the old Morning Star, and he won with a heel hook and it looked incredible while doing it. And he's had some tournament wins. He's just sort of newer to the game, but I think for the 205, I think he would be a fantastic addition.
He's a 19-year-old 205er.
Yeah, he's a good kid too, man. He's good at what he does. He's learning a lot. He's learning fast.
He's incredible. We also have a guy named Christ at the gym. He's newer as well, but I think we're going to have him fight MMA more than anything, but he's also really talented. But there's a dude, DeAnthony, up at New Era, which I think he's like 145, I think. So he would be a good addition. Was just on main character. He's been on there a few times. Like he's a very talented dude. I mean, Anakin, I'll always speak extremely highly of Anakin. Whatever weight class he wants to do, he'll be good at it. Who else? I'm trying to think. There's so many people to compliment that sometimes I forget about.
So you got a 45. No, we got to make enemies now, Troy. So we got a 45 D'Anthony, 205 Eli. What do we got for 85, 70, and 55?
Come on.
What does Anakin want to do? 170?
Huh?
Does Anakin want to do 170?
I don't know if Anakin would want to do 170.
Okay, then Anakin at 185.
Okay.
I think 155. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Adam Frank from 10P Vegas, but I know that's not Colorado. Caleb's always a good option if he wants to get down in weight, but I know he's been on PGF like every year since it started. Again, he competes all the time. It's crazy. I don't know how.
No, we love Caleb.
I don't know how he affords it. Like, you got to be freaking does he just turn his absolute checks into more tournament registration?
He competed today at the ADCC Open in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and he wore our kit, so I sent him $100.
Yeah.
That's all. I told all the whole team, like,
did he run there? Is that why he has such good cardio? Like, I'm very confused.
I don't know.
I don't know. I can't think of anything right now. I didn't know.
Okay.
The weight classes are tough. Like, I don't know. There's probably somebody down at Tabs that's really good. There's probably, somebody elsewhere that's really good. Like, there's so much talent in Colorado now that it's you literally can pick 10 people for each weight class, and it's like you'd be fine with any of those 10. So I'm sorry I failed you as far as the other two weight classes go, but there's literally everybody. Like, we have, granted he's 37 years old, but Richie would be good at probably 155 if he wanted to do it. But it's like, I don't think you would want to compete that much. He's kind of like, he competes here and there when he wants to. But I think Richie would be really good.
Well, I'll say this. Tell your 205er, and don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure that Jaden said that prior to this ADCC West Coast Trials, he had only gone 1-1 beforehand.
At the trials.
At trials events, yeah. So, like, obviously having the PGF right beforehand, you had a lot of PGF veterans that just really showed out. Because, they just had gone through the gauntlet.
Yeah.
And so they're ready for that, bringing the heat,
yeah,
on them.
But it was only the ones on the Colorado Wolverines that showed out, just for everybody to know. If you go to a different team, it's quite possible that you won't show out. And in fact, who knows what could happen to your career.
Who knows?
But
it's probably disastrous.
Yeah, it's probably disastrous. But if you do get signed with the Colorado Wolverines, you will win trials.
Yeah, or at least get third. Or no, he got third, right? You win.
Yeah, he should have won.
Get third. There's no second place though. That's the thing with the Wolverines. You either win or you get bronze, and that's it.
Or you're third. That's it. There's no second
or third,
place.
Baby. No second place.
That's only for Craig Jones.
Yeah.
Very well. All right. So, do you have any questions that you're waiting for before I hit the rapid fire?
No, I think we touched on everything. I'm gonna love this rapid fire with Troy though, and if I don't see a controversial question, I'll add it in there.
All right, you get one in the hopper. Keep it on deck.
I got it.
All right, Troy, you're about to hit the rapid fire. We don't have a sound thing for it yet, but I'm sure we will soon. Thank you, CJ. He just like, oh, that would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah. That's always good.
All right, rapid fire now. Favorite submission?
Darce.
Nice. Most underrated position in jiu-jitsu?
Reverse close guard.
Okay. Toughest role you've ever had?
Marcos Terragrosa in Sacramento, California.
Nice.
Gi or no gi?
Both.
Gi or no gi?
For you, I'll say no gi.
Nice.
Credited response.
Yeah.
Very well. Dream super fight matchup to watch?
Oh, man. Donald versus anybody.
Oh.
No.
I don't know. I like Keith Krikorian. I think he's Keith versus like Dorian would be cool. Like, I think that's already happened. But off the top of my head, I think like two guys at the top of their game right now it'd be a fun one to see again if it already happened.
Nice. One training habit every white belt should develop immediately.
Stop being weird about jiu-jitsu and just accept it. Like, be a part of it. Be like, ask questions. Don't like think that you're supposed to know everything right away. Don't like freak out if someone's better than you. Just be a part of it. Ask as much as you can. Like just, do that sort of thing.
Embrace the suck.
Yeah,
because you're expected to suck.
And then it's going to keep sucking, but you get better at it.
That's right. All right. If you could train with any grappler ever, who would it be?
I think Craig would be fun. Like I've seen him, like when I worked at ADCCs, like he just has such a weird body type that it'd be cool to just see how that operates since he's such a big dude, but like has like very small person movements.
What's one thing casual fans completely misunderstand about jiu-jitsu culture?
That we're all like really good friends and we don't, or at least me, I don't know, but I don't hate anybody in this game. I don't like, it's just I can compete against you and be friends with you the second the match is over. I don't have to hate you. I don't have to do anything to go against you. You're not my enemy. You're just trying to do the same thing that I'm doing.
Yeah. So I had a couple. What's the hardest room in Colorado?
I mean, I would say like Subhounds is obviously up there. I think that's a good, solid competitive room. Like there's no bad rounds there. I think Logos is obviously like they have the hype and everything, and they obviously have the results to back it up. They have one of the biggest open mats every single week. I think we honestly have an underrated tough mat, like because we have a small group of competitors, but we have a large group of dedicated people that are all willing to like get better and help all the competitors out. So I think we have an underrated one. But yeah, I think obviously like I'll bring up Tabs again. I think any gym that one of the best people in the world in any weight class controls, then it's probably going to be a tough room. Like Mo's legitimately one of the best people. One, personally, she's the coolest person. And then two, like you don't get to being, what is she ranked? Number 5 in the world without having high quality training partners and stuff like that. And again, to shout out New Era, I think they have a tough room. I think, you could go to any city and find a tough gym. And that's why, again, I love this. I love this state. I love this sport because like I can drive up the street, I can go to the Subhounds and get hard ass rounds, and then I can drive up more north and go get hard rounds there, and then I can go back down south and get more. Like, there's so many good rounds in this state now. It's just freaking cool.
All right, I'm gonna let you ask one of the last 5 questions there, and then I'm gonna give a little. We'll see if TJ gets mad at me. I'm gonna spill some beans since Troy was nice enough to wait on you.
This is probably a good one for Troy here. What advice would you give somebody who's intimidated to start training?
Man, just show up. Like you don't have to be an athlete to start. You don't have to be an athlete to become an athlete. Like the hardest part when you're first starting is walking through the door the first time. Like that's what I tell people all the time. It's like you did the hardest part when they're freaking out about class. It's like you already did the hard part. Like walking into a place that you don't know is the hard part. And then once, again, I speak from my own experience, but it's like I know that the people at Nova, when a new person walks in, they're going to go out of their way to introduce themselves to make sure that person doesn't feel like they're like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm so awkward here. Like, hey, you're a part of this. Like, again, we're all in this together. Like, hey, I'm a competitor. Cool. We have Josh Fremd who fought in the UFC here, but he's going to come out. He's going to go out of his way and introduce himself to the new guy. And it's like, hey, oh, you're a 48-year-old dad that has no desire to compete ever? Cool, man. Let's work together. Like, just show up. You'll be surprised at how cool people are.
One more question before Egg goes on to do what he whatever he was going to do. It'll be a surprise to me as well. Let me see here. I thought this was a pretty good question that he put in here. Do you think that Egghead gave Donald a shorter stool to make him appear shorter than him, even though he is in fact taller than him?
Yeah, he's angle maxing or whatever the kids would say. Like
Okay.
He's trying to mock.
Communication styles.
It's like Lord of the Rings, dude.
I mean, you're also on my turf. And so I have that advantage as well because you came to my turf.
He's the Obi-Wan. He's got the high ground.
Here you go. Here you go. I'll help you out. Oh, no, we're about ready now.
I think the hat's always going to be taller.
It's a power move, brother.
Hey, this was a gift.
It's a good hat.
We showed it before. That this was a gift from the Wolverines.
It's awesome. I've never seen you without a hat, so it's very it's shocking to see you without a hat.
Yeah, it does happen, especially in uniform when I'm not outside. But so, all right, since you were kind enough to be very patient with us, I will give you some hypothetical alleged news.
Okay.
Hypothetical and alleged. I double couch that into TJ. Don't get mad at me.
It's my favorite kind of news.
Yes. So we've been toying with the idea, and we've told a few people. Late July, I think we've just. I don't think we're writing, but I think we got to give people that are okay with supporting each other. And 25 July, first qualifier.
Nice.
All 5 weight classes. First 16 to sign up. High altitude martial arts, starting at 1 p.m. And whoever wins the bracket is guaranteed a spot, in the draft. You are draft eligible. You can be drafted.
Awesome.
I don't think we'll tell the rest of the story I'll save a little bit back.
Throw a couple more details in there.
Should I say what the cool thing is if to make sure they get a chance to be on the team? Should I go that far?
I mean, even just throw a couple details about the tournament. So just to entice other people as well, we want to get some real heavy hitters out here. Probably be $100 buy-in. We haven't decided exactly on the amount yet. But so if you come out here and you compete in this qualifier, not only will you be able to qualify for the PGF, but you also win $500. And I have a feeling our Marine Corps judge, knife-loving guy, might have something else for every division winner as well.
Oh, nice. So you're saying you're going to tell them about the engraved K-bars?
The engraved K-bars, yeah.
So yeah, that was a thing that the Wolverines loved. Is I instituted as kind of a motivational thing for the team. Whichever competitor got the most points each week got an engraved K-bar. Obviously, the Marine Corps, fighting knife with the Colorado Wolverines logo, their name on it, the date. Yeah, how many points? It's like Pee Wee's Playhouse, man. I mean, if you say the Wolverines, he's got to hit that button. Sometimes he likes to wait. Sometimes he waits just to get me talking again, and then he's waiting for it.
Yeah, he's just making all the sounds now.
Yeah, he likes to do that. He's trying to assert his authority. That's what happens with kids when they get old. But again, congratulations to him because he just graduated college this last weekend.
Yeah,
so very pumped about that.
So make sure you have Eli getting into that tournament. This is going to be a sick qualifier. We're going to reach out to everybody. We're unloading the Rolodex. We're going to start posting these things. Nice. Everybody wants to talk about. They're all dropping DMs. They're all hitting the posts. Well, now's your chance.
Yeah.
Now's your chance to show up and show out. And one thing that's cool that everybody should know is that if you do any qualifiers, yes, you're in the draft. That doesn't guarantee that you have a place competing in the Colorado Wolverines. But if you come here and you don't play it safe and you show up and you show out, you can get signed on a different team. There's 8 teams now.
Yeah.
So, coming out here, it's conveniently located. It's cheap to fly to Denver. You can be in and out, use your Frontier party pass that everybody seems to have, and hop on in here, man, and show up and show out and get your spot on a team.
Yeah.
So
let me know, and I'll sign Eli up right away.
Yeah. So Troy, just to make sure we're all on the same page, we have 8 teams, and each team. I really hope this is public. I think it's public. We can all sign 5 people going into the draft. So we can fill our team with half with free agents, and then we're going to draft 5 as well. And so again, the ways the Coloradan or anyone that cares about the PGF can get on the team. One, you have to do a qualifier. Well, hypothetically, you could get signed as a free agent otherwise. But if you're going to do that, you probably got to know somebody, and you probably already have a name. But for those guys that like,
you'll do it for not a lot of money.
But you figure it out. But if you're that hungry that hungry, competitive purple belt, brown belt that's trying to make a name for themselves on the scene. They're not being signed on big events yet because not enough people know them. They don't have the exposure. Oh man. And 100, 150, well, one of the two, we gotta make a little money if we're going to give you $500. But we'll figure it out. But hey, you sign up for one of these and I'll tell you this as well. I think we've figured it out. We are going to be streaming live to Colorado Wolverines and to PGF World. So everyone that goes on there will get that exposure. We're gonna do it just like the PGF style. We're gonna have the gimbals, so you have good jiu-jitsu people with a good exposure of watching what you're actually doing, so you get good tape. And again, that showcase, because we're gonna be first. I heard the Aussies were doing the 26th of July. I'm like, well, that means we at least got to do the 25th. So Colorado comes first, and whoever comes out there, you get that first mover advantage. Because what do we say to our guys in every match ever?
America first.
Well,
sorry.
Okay. No, I was thinking B first, but America first too.
Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, that's good. That's good foreign policy. That's good foreign policy right there. But man, you gave me in trouble. I'm still active duty. Anyway, so July 25th, there's your news. Yeah, I know. We're figuring this whole stuff out. I'm supposed to get a professional set up at some point. Anyways, so it should be amazing. Obviously, as a friend of the podcast and the Wolverines, we'll definitely give you the link as soon as we put it up. That way you can send it to your boy, your guys, etc. And we will have additional tournaments. Mm-hmm. We did just want to have this one to be first. We're still developing other ones. They're going to be even bigger because we're going to have kids brackets. We're going to bring in the ladies because that's just been a huge developing area of jiu-jitsu that's been amazing to see. And we want to give everyone a chance for that kind of the spotlight, in Colorado, because that's one of the things we care about is giving a spotlight to the athletes of Colorado and in the gyms of Colorado and the businesses that hopefully sponsor us.
And Wolverines always finish first.
I read a National Geographic about that.
I'll let you guys talk to CJ about that. I'm befuddled. Anyways, so there you go. There's some news. We've already got some work on some posters. We haven't put it out on the socials yet because we wanted to let High Altitude Martial Arts have a chance to develop their whatever the poster they wanted to, so we can kind of do it together. But that should be out early next week. Nice. We might have already decided on a coach, but I'm not putting that one out yet.
No.
Because I as a bad attorney, I have not finished the contract. We haven't signed the contract, but as soon as that's done, hopefully this week, we do have a new leader of the Wolverines.
Nice. Yes.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing the freaking not speed round. We're not doing speed round. Stop it.
It's me.
Well, I mean, we did do the head coach without the public involved. We might just be doing some interviews publicly for assistant coaches. Because obviously with 5 different weight classes, you're going to need somebody that's a little more used to the big boys. Might need somebody that's a little more used to the little ones. Maybe somebody in the middle. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what's necessary. But sure. I mean, here's another cool thing. Since we're just blabbing all over the place, I think we already got our Airbnb set up, nice. And it is very nice. And with a bigger crew, it has to be bigger. And so we're verifying that one. I mean, so I guess just to say that I think we're both really happy because Donald was the first one that believed in me and the Colorado Wolverines, and without his belief in us and also in getting all the sponsors, we would not have a team. So this has been amazing to be a part of it with him. But I mean, last season we had 90 days to, hey CJ, your mom just said we could buy this team. I think we should go do this thing, and we got to make it happen now. And all of a sudden, the Colorado Wolverines Avengers assembled, and people like Donald and TJ and Andrew. Obviously Connor Kuhn came out and helped a lot too, and Eric Lehman from BJJ Wholesale all kind of came together and just came and Mark Savage from
Mark Savage,
from no longer a Man Force or Soap, but it still came out and supported us huge. I mean, Scott Carroll from 5280. Just a lot of people came out and made it happen. It's scary because we still need to really be in sprint mode. But man, it feels a lot better not to have just 90 days.
Yeah.
But it's our part. We gotta go. We're getting a little excited, and we're about to start up the grill in the fire pit. And I just want to say, Troy, thank you very much for establishing the culture you have. I mean, obviously, you've seen, or I've heard, and I've seen from other reviews how much you've meant to your students, and obviously all the guys. And then we got to get you on here. That just is a testament to like knowing that you are a pillar of the jiu-jitsu community in Colorado. And man, I look forward to dropping your gym and to meeting you in person, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And Troy, before we close out, because I know you probably got to go watch pro wrestling or something right now. But is there anything else you want to talk about? Is there anything you want to shout out? Is there anything you want us to talk about before we move? Yeah, before we move on.
I'll shout out everybody. My wife, Bree, Cam, Big A, there's E-Town, there's Heel Hook Cult. They're a company out of Pennsylvania. He sponsors me. He believed in me. I was just a dude that bugged the shit out of him and liked his shirts. But he supports some of the best grapplers on the East Coast. He's a black belt out of Saga Jiu-Jitsu out there. Shout out the whole TAC team affiliation. Jared for believing in me. Obviously, same thing. When I got kicked out of Mile High, he accepted me right away. I'm honored to be a part of the team, even though I'm like the weird one. Like I'm like the black sheep of the whole thing. But it's cool. Just everybody at Nova. Like I wouldn't, obviously, because if they didn't pay money, I wouldn't have a place. But without everybody, like I wouldn't be here. Like just the support of people and like all of that. It's just incredible that my desire to work hard and do jiu-jitsu has led to a career, and like being able to be around people and help them in their lives and do all that sort of stuff has it's hard to wrap my head around sometimes as just a dude. Like I just see myself as a dude. Like I'm no better than anybody. I'm just a guy that's trying his hardest. And like just shout out to everyone who has believed in me. My parents, obviously, I think they're watching right now. So if they are, they're gonna hear me shouting them out.
Shout out Troy's parents.
They're the best. They've always supported me. Yeah, this one's for them. But yeah, just everything. Like I could go on for another hour, just complimenting people and thanking everybody for just helping me out. Boogie, Gio, like all those guys Boogie wears my band t-shirt and the gym t-shirt while he's coaching people. And it's like, he doesn't have to do that. Like Will from Black Tie out in Florida, I saw his team got first place at a tournament and he was wearing a Nova t-shirt while he was doing that. So it's like, even though it's a different state, like just having so many people out there, it's just like I could shout out everybody, and I want to, but I won't.
Well, it just goes to show that even though you're super humble, but you have an effect on the people in the community, myself included. I couldn't go naming gyms for anybody to go to or anything like that in Denver without listing yours, and I would never name a personality out of Denver as well without listing yours too. I mean, you make an impact on the people that you're around, and it's really cool, man.
Well, Troy, again, greatly appreciate it. And again, you're hitting on things that I'm kind of grumpy wouldn't get to, but like, that's how trying to keep it short happens. So we're definitely gonna have to have you come back on the show, talk about your music, talk about more of your relationships. Obviously, we touched barely on it with your experience with Boogie. I didn't know about the Black Tie Jiu-Jitsu, and we also have alumni of the PGF from Black Tie Jiu-Jitsu, which is really cool. I'd like to explore that some more.
Talking about Black Tie Dean?
Yeah, Dean. Yeah, Dean,
no.
Corey.
Okay.
One of her, I think it was a purple or brown belt at the time. It was one of our smaller seasons. I think it was 155, season 4. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the name now, but like we're starting season 10 now, so my brain is getting scrambled. See what I did there? All right.
Hey, I get it.
All right. So thanks, Troy. Troy, if you would just stick around for a moment. He's gonna be in the green room. We actually have one of our top tier Patreon members that's in the background. I have some questions for you.
Sweet.
And we try to do that for people that support us on Patreon. We give them kind of like that VIP experience, and you know, we'll also probably give him a little bit, and you in the behind the scenes a little bit more details than we told everyone else. So,
nice.
All right, brother, just hold on for a minute. We'll close it up and we'll be right there. All right. Well, shoot, our first time doing it co-located.
Yeah, how was that?
I think it'd be the first of many, hopefully. I mean, you know, maybe not this close. I mean, you know, we do jits together, but you know, we should probably get our own computers.
I prefer it. I just want to get a taller stool. It's very important to me, JB, because I know you watch all of these, that you know that I am taller than Egghead. Okay, it's just important for me for you to know that.
He's taller and he's in much better shape. You know, he's a real competitor. He's also younger than me by a good bit, so I have excuses for days. Don't worry, my 100% you know, VA rating is going to be happening soon. So then you'll be like, I can literally say you're attacking cripple. So it's all good. All right. With all that said, hey, obviously, you know, Troy Everett, Novamente BJJ just seems like an amazing place, an amazing gentleman. Love hearing about his story, but man, I'm literally loving this because, like, again, I haven't been to as many gyms as I'd like to, and I'm going to get to them all eventually once I get out there. But getting to know the scene of Colorado Jiu-Jitsu, it is what I thought it was. Yep. Just a bunch of people that support each other, that are just like good, salty the earth, like, you know, want to learn, you know, going through difficulties, but still making things happen. I mean, just it's really heartwarming.
Yep. It's an awesome place.
All right. Well, we're going to talk to them back behind the scenes, but also I could grill for some people, man. I got all the steak over here. I got to cook up. So don't want to make people mad because they're going to be handling all my lifelong possessions here in a minute. So got to keep them happy. Anyway, hey, thank you so much for joining us once again. We can't all have 20-pound brains, but, you know, do what I can to help you out with that. See you next week.